Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, May 29th. My name is Karen, and this is BobbleHeadKnits. So welcome, everybody, to my knitting vlog, and we're just going to dive right in right after I have a sip of coffee. Hang on, it's early. It's 8:02 a.m. So, yeah, I need coffee. Hang on. I'm just drinking a homemade latte and ice water. So, all right, let's get on with things. How has everyone been? I've been busy, as you can see behind me. If you didn't make it to last week's vlog or the end of last week's vlog, then you won't know that I'm moving in a couple weeks. So I've started packing. So the background's going to be a mess for a while. Just deal with it, basically. I will tell you this, our new condo, my office does not have any windows. No windows at all. So I don't know if I'll be vlogging in there or what, but we'll figure it out. I'll have to get some better lights either way. All right, let's move on with things. I have a finished object. Yes, a very big one. So it's very wet, so I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to show it to you. Then I'm going to try to put it somewhere where it will not make everything wet. It's actually more damp. It's not wet. I blocked it yesterday. And I will try to get some pictures of it on my daughter-in-law. It is my daughter-in-law's cardigan. I'm going to stand up so you can kind of see, and I'm going to show you, since it's a cardigan, I'm going to show you the back mainly. Okay, hold on. There it is. It is totally done. This is the Snowbird cardigan by Heidi Kiermar, and it was knit in the size medium, and I knit it with Malabrigo Rios in the colorway Scorpio. I'm gonna pause you really quick because, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That sweater was still really damp and super heavy, and I was worried it was gonna, one, make my other yarn wet, or some of the dye from it was going to transfer onto my other yarn. So I went and put it back on the blocking mats, and we're good now. So let me try to tell you about it now that I'm not holding it, and I will try to get a better image of it. I don't know when. Probably won't be able to show you a better image of it till next week, because I won't see my daughter-in-law for a few days. So once I see her and I'm able to get her to put it on and to get some pictures, then I'll post pictures. So again, that was the Snowbird cardigan by Heidi Kiermar. This was supposed to be a Christmas gift for last year. Didn't happen. I started knitting it in August of last year, and it took me almost 10 months. Very close to 10 months, but it's done, and it turned out very nice. I actually am really proud of most of it. There were some finishing details that could have been better, but overall the fit, the shape of it, everything turned out really well. It was knit in Malabrigos Rios in the colorway Scorpio, which is a worsted weight. I bought most of the yarn last year, and I bought it from Colorful Yarns in Centennial, Colorado. And then I had to supplement with 2 more skeins after, actually just in the last month, as I was finishing up, and I realized, one, I had sacrificed almost a full skein when I had knit the sleeves and the yoke the first time, and then ripped it out and wasn't able to salvage all the yarn. So yeah, that was going on there. All right, very happy with it, as I said. And so in total it used, hang on, let me get into my into my Ravelry and tell you exactly how much yarn it used. Sorry, I am a little bit not unorganized today, as you can imagine. All right, hold on, I'm getting there. All right. I really wish that it had dried out more, because then I could have given you a better view of it, but yeah, it'll be better later. All right, I used 9.14 skeins. I probably use less than that, like maybe 8.5 skeins. So yeah, quite a bit of yarn sacrificed, but it's fine. And that was really like a huge amount out of my stash. So we'll talk about that in a bit. All right, moving right along. Let me get a sock blocker. Hold on. I do have a finished hoe, so let me get it out. And you have kind of seen it. Well, you saw most of it last week, and I just finished it over the long holiday weekend last week. I got so much knitting done this week, I have to tell you. I was like a knitting machine. But this is it. This is my vanilla toe-up sock, or no, cuff-down sock that I'm knitting with Puzzle Tree yarns. This is Electric Sheep, and the orange is, let me look it up. I'm trying not to reveal one of my recent acquisitions to you, so I don't want to show you the bag it's in, but I will eventually. Wait. C and B Seen is the orange. And I have the one totally done. I have not cast on the second one, but I'll probably do that today because I am babysitting my grandson today. So I have time, a little bit of time, hopefully. So very happy. I just did the heel flap and gusset. And this is for me, and it fits really well, and I'm real happy with it. So this is a Canadian yarn that I got in Vancouver last summer when we were there visiting, and yeah, super happy with it. So maybe that'll be my, yeah, okay, you know. All right, moving right along, let's talk about whips. And as long as we're in whips, okay, well, I will have the other, sorry, I have a mess, a news alert, so I'm like, what? Yeah. I will show you my acquisition in a bit, okay? But the other whip will be on shortly, all right? I do have a little bit of this yarn, which was an acquisition. Okay, I just jumped ahead, forget it, all right. While I was waiting for the rest of that blue yarn to come for the cardigan, I picked up another whip, one of my 12 cast-ons from Yarn Ange's at Yarn and Yarns knit along, and I just went a little nuts on it. I did start it over because I realized that I probably want it to go down a size. So this is the Rocket Tee, and I'm kind of not in a great place to show you, but I will try to show it to you. This is the Rocket Tee by Janice Laval. There it is, and I have that much of it done. I decided to go down a size because I have lost a lot of weight. You can't really tell, but I have, from being sick, and I know that this yarn is going to grow as I block it, so I just decided to go down a size because this is going to be a t-shirt, and I don't like a super, like I like a more fitted t-shirt, so I decided to go ahead and go down. All right, so this is Blackbird Sycamore. The colorway is Glacier and Moonstone. So this blue turquoise is Glacier, and then the white with all the speckles is Moonstone. And when you last saw it, it was just like a little bit of the back. And so I ripped that out. I started over with the size down, and I've knit all this since like Monday. So pretty good for me. And I'm real happy with it. I'm not gonna do the pattern calls for little eyelets down the side. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just knitting at this point and going all the way down. I mean, I did these things, you know. I did the yarn overs along the seam there and stuff, but no need to be doing it down the sides. So yes, and I probably will add a little bit of length to the arms just so that I have a little bit more yarn arm because I don't want it too short, but we'll see. Right now I'm just gonna get the body done and go from there. So really happy with how it's looking, and yeah, hopefully I will have this done and be able to wear it in the next few weeks, because at this point it's just knitting in the round. So very easy. I really love that yarn, and yeah, just that's all I have to say about it. All right, next up, as I said, I was really like knitting like crazy, and I went a bit nuts on my not the cozy comfort throw, and I can't. I'm kind of just started a new row, so it's hard for me to hold the whole thing out, but I'll try. Hold on. I'm trying to find where my stitch marker is so I can show you where. Of course, you know what? I'm gonna really quick just go back. I'm not gonna rip it out or anything. I'm just gonna move some stitches so that I can show you the whole thing on like where I am on it. So what I did, I wanted to knit a blanket that was just basically garter stitch, and I wanted a DK weight. So I'm using the garter squish blanket as kind of my guidelines, but it's more like the Homespun House Cozy Comfort Throw. So I'm calling it not the Cozy Comfort Throw, but here it is. And there's a marker there you'll see. There it is. Where that marker is where I was last week when I showed you. So quite a bit of knitting. And I'm just knitting it with a linen quill, Pearl Soho linen quill, held double with Cascade Heritage in the colorway Snow. And I had bought the linen quill to knit another blanket and was like, yeah, not feeling that pattern. So this is what I ended up with. Yes. So this was kind of cast on. Well, mainly I cast it on because I really did not like having this big pile of yarn sitting back there where those boxes are. And I wanted to do something. I wanted to do a blanket. I knew that. And I was like, I've got this Cascade Heritage. I've got the linen quill. Let's just go. So yeah, I cast on a little bit last week, and then really this week went to town on it. And I have the feeling that I'll continue to make this some easy everyday knitting because it's all I have the room for at this point, the brain capacity for. All right, that is all I have as far as whips. Let's go on to acquisitions. So I did have to buy another skein of the Malabrigo Rios, which I have crammed into this bag. This is actually just a partial skein. This is 0.86 grams. And so I got that. When I got that, I went ahead and got another skein of Cascade Heritage in the Snow, which I've already wound up. There it is, because I'm going to need a lot of that for the blanket. So those two came this last week. The other thing is I recently tuned into Amy Beth at Fat Squirrel Speaks, and I have to be careful watching her vlog, because when I watch her vlog, I'm reminded to go to her website. and when I go to her website, and I inevitably buy something. Yeah, I bought a little project bag. I really don't need project bags. I have so many, but I saw this and I was like, oh my God, those little gnomes are so cute. So, I do plan on knitting more gnomes. They aren't up there now, but I do have 2 gnomes. So I was like, I need another project bag just for the gnomes. So right now, this little small project bag from Amy Beth is holding the sock yarn from my vanilla sock, which I just showed you. So it does not come with all this. Let me just take this off. This is just a little like ruler and scissors and stitch holders, things that I keep on my bag. But it comes with this little handle. It's really cute. And then inside, and it does have a square bottom so it stands flat. Inside, it's just plain canvas and a surprise for Atticus, because Grandma has to have a surprise in her knitting bag for him. So that'll be going over. But it's a good size. It's a great size for a little gnome or some socks. So yeah, I'm real happy with it. She uses such good fabric. It's like really sturdy, like canvas, and I just love it. And I love watching Amy Beth vlog. She is so funny and she makes you laugh, and she's just my kind of vlogger. So she's just dangerous though, because I want all the bags. So I have to be very careful when I go watch her. All right. So that was an acquisition that I did not need, but I got. So yeah, here we are. All right, let me stick Addie's car in there. My husband's over there now, and I'm going to go over in a bit. I was not planning on babysitting, but it was kind of sprung on us late yesterday, so we were like, okay, we'll do that. So I just am going with the flow, basically. I think we're playing it by ear, but we might go to the Children's Museum and to lunch, but we'll see. He's still asleep, so right now, All right, there we are, acquisitions, all that. All right, let's talk Yarn Stash Smash 2026. If you don't know, Mandy at Diary of a Sweater Knitter and Mandy Von Knits, she and I are hosting Yarn Stash Smash 2026 on Ravelry. It's a year-long knit-along, and we are encouraging everyone to knit from their stash to make room in their stash to buy more yarn, at least in my case. And we are giving away quarterly prizes. The next quarterly drawing is at the end of June. We both have in our Ravelry groups finished object threads, and you can post pictures, and then at the end of the quarter we each draw winners from that, and we have bonus drawings or bonus prizes, like bonus entries, I guess. If you want the instructions or the rules, I'd say, and they're very loose rules, you can go to either of our Ravelry pages or go to yarnstashsmash.com. And we encourage you all to join along. We're having fun. We're giving away, Mandy's giving away gift cards. I'm giving away yarn, some of it from my stash, some of it just from my travels. Most of it does one way or the other comes from my travels, but some of it is brand new yarn. Some of it's been in my stash. All right. It's all good yarn though, trust me. All right. I need to take a sip of water. Hang on. All right. I am, as I discussed last week, moving in a few weeks. So Sunday Sunday of this past week, I had to work. I work at home. It was dead at work. So I sat here knitting and watching videos and got bored and decided to go to town on the packing, went through my stash, and pulled a bunch of things out of my stash that I gave away, basically. I donated. So I'm using the move as a good excuse to go through and really be a little bit harder on myself. Like, do I need to keep yarn that I know I'm never knitting with, or I'm not going to give away, or, whatever. So I've donated some yarn, all that. This segues into State of the Stash for May. So this month I had 500 grams of yarn come in, which is 5 skeins of yarn, or 1,731 yards of yarn, which is about 1 mile of yarn. The good news is I had 18.14 skeins go out of my stash. That was the equivalent of 1,714 grams out, or 4,917 yards out, or 2.8 miles out. So a lot of that yarn went into the Snowbird cardigan. Some of it was sold. I don't know if you know, but on my Ravelry, if you go to my stash page, I have a few different categories. I have yarn that I will not sell, or you can ask me, and depending on how I feel, I might sell it to you. And then I have the will trade or sell. In reality, I don't want to trade yarn. I want to sell it. So I sold a bunch of yarn in May, so that was good. And then I donated some, as I said. So I started the year with 459.43 skeins of yarn, and I currently have 466.05 skeins of yarn. So I have bought yarn. I did go to Ireland, and I bought yarn in Ireland. I am only really buying yarn if I'm traveling or if I needed to finish a project, like the sweater in that case. But yeah, I would like to finish the year with less yarn than I had at the start of the year, but let's be honest here. I've already bought one Advent. I bought the Kettlebums Advent, full Advent. I am going to buy the Freckled Whimsy Sock Advent, and I might buy one more Advent. We'll see. But I am really trying to at least cast on my Advent yarn. So whether I finish that yarn or not, or those projects that I cast on, I don't take yarn out of my stash until project is done. So like this yarn, right? I have not said, okay, that's 2 skeins out, or because it's not done. So as I finish projects, I take it out. So, I don't know that I'll really be able to hit that goal of having less yarn in as I brought it, or yes, less yarn in my stash as I started the year with, but it gives me a little bit of reining in, just a little bit, but that doesn't mean I'm not impulsive, and I might just totally break all the rules, and that's okay too. And you can do whatever you want. It's just how I do it, right? All right. That's all I have as far as the nitty stuff. So if you want to like and subscribe, if you're leaving us now, that would be great. If you want to follow me on Ravelry, I am BobbleHeadKnits there. And you can email me at bobbleheadknits@gmail.com. I do not do social media for my mental health. I've gotten rid of it. So, it's a time suck that I don't need. So, yeah, can't find me there. I do have an Instagram page, but I don't think I've posted on it for more than a year. So, and I might go there and check in like maybe once every few months, but I don't message me there, whatever you do, because I will not see it. So, all right, let's move on to life stuff for those of you sticking around. as I said, I've been knitting a lot. I did start packing. Like, I probably could have left all this for another few weeks because I still have like 3 weeks before the movers come. But I got a little over like zealous, so I packed this stuff up. But we're right at that phase where we're going through things and just like getting like donating things, selling things, all that. So my husband sold most of our patio furniture. I think he's got like the couch, our patio couch. We are moving back to a condo, so which is where we're happiest. So we will not have as big a yard. Well, we won't have any yard. We will have a patio, but it's not going to be as big as our patio now. So all our patio furniture was really like patio furniture for a house. So we are downsizing the patio furniture. So my husband sold what we had, and we're going to get smaller patio furniture. So that was great. He did that. And what else? Not a whole lot. It's kind of the beginning of summer slowness at work. It will pick back up, guaranteed. So I had time to knit, to binge watch Outlander. I don't even know where I am in the series, like what season or anything. I've just been watching a bunch of it while I'm waiting for work to happen. That's a luxury, though. That doesn't happen very often. Let me take a sip of coffee. Anything else? I am feeling better. I'm just having to relearn to eat, which really sucks. Every now and then I just want a pizza or a donut. And I have to be careful with that because that was what was making me sick. So, I mean, it's a good thing, but that I'm eating better. But yeah, it's also not fun because, a girl's... I want cake sometimes. I do cheat every now and then, though. Okay, I just have to be careful because it really makes me sick if I eat too much of it. So, all right. I did finish a book. I was binging this book. Binging a lot lately. It's this book I checked out from the library only because it was available immediately. I go through the new purchases at the library online. Like, you can go on and see what they've recently added to their collection. And I do that once a week, and I add all the books that I think I would like to read to my wish list. And then as I'm looking for books, I would go on there and see what's available, or, put myself... I don't do holds because I just felt like that was too much pressure to keep up with. So I just see what's available and I grab a book, right? So I grabbed this book about 2 weeks ago and I flew through it. It was called Returns and Exchanges by Kayla Ray Whitaker. And it's a family drama set in the 80s, 70s, 80s, mostly 80s. In Kentucky. It's about a family that owns a chain of like 5 and dime stores and just their family story. And it was really good. I'd say I probably checked it out like 10 days ago, not 2 weeks ago. And I was flying through it. I was really enjoying it. So I finished it last night and really good read. Highly recommend it if you like big family dramas. So, what else? I've started the book yesteryear, which I cannot remember. Hang on, hold on. I'm going to tell you the author on that because that's rude of me not to tell you the author. I just got this book and I actually did buy it, which I try not to buy too many books. Well, first of all, I try not to buy hardback books or physical books, but every now and then I do fail at that. And I will be failing at that more often because our new condo is like 2 blocks from a new indie bookstore in Denver. Yeah, I plan on going there at least once a month and buying a physical book. But this book I bought on bookshop.org. If you don't know about bookshop.org, I highly recommend you go check it out. You can buy physical books or ebooks from them. It's like Amazon. Only a portion of your proceeds go to indie bookstores who are, I don't know if they fulfill the orders or if they just sign up and then they get a portion of the proceeds from the book sales. So it supports indie bookstores, which I truly believe we should all be supporting. So I bought this book. I just started it today. It's called Yesteryear by Carol Claire. Hang on, I gotta look. I can't see. Hold on. Carol Claire Burke. And this book has been getting a lot of press. It's about this woman who, she's an influencer, like one of these Christian supermom influencers who lives the perfect life on camera, but is supported by like a whole team of support teams. So one day she wakes up actually in the past and has to do it all by herself, and it's a total different story then. So I just started that book today, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I have the feeling that I will be buzzing through that one too. All right, that is all I have. Sorry for the I'm all over the place today, just am. And I'm gonna let you all go. I will be back hopefully next week with a new vlog. And I hope you all have a great week until I talk to you again. Keep on knitting, everybody. Bye.